Welcome to our channel Biomed Savvy. Today I'll be discussing on the topic sliding element theory of skeletal muscle. The sliding filament theory explains the mechanism by which skeletal muscles contract at the molecular level. This theory was proposed by Hugh Huxley and Andrew Huxley in the 1950s. According to this theory, muscle contraction occurs due to the sliding action of actin filaments over myosin filaments, resulting in shortening of the muscle fiber without any change in the length of the filament themselves. A detailed video on the structure of the skeletal muscle is uploaded in the channel. Kindly check it out. This slide shows the muscle fiber with n number of myofibrils having mitochondria, sarcolemma, sarcoplasm, nucleus, T-tubule, sarcoplasmic reticulum. The basic functional unit of a muscle fiber is the sarcomere, which is bounded by two Z lines. Within the sarcomere, thin actin filaments are anchored to the Z line, while thick myosin filaments are located in the center at the M line. During contraction, the distance between the Z line decreases, the I band shortens, and the H zone disappears, while the A band remains constant. Zooming in the sarcomere, we could see the thick filament and the thin filament. A portion of a thick filament shows n number of myosin molecules. Each myosin molecule comprises of head, which are actually the actin binding sites, followed by the ATP binding site and flexible hinge region, which shows a myosin light chains, followed by a tail of the myosin molecule. When you zoom in, a thin filament, that is the actin molecule, which is having troponin and tropomyosin. The series of green beads shows the binding site for myosin and the actin subunits. Muscle contraction is initiated by a nerve impulse at the neuromuscular junction. The release of the neurotransmitter acetylcholine generates an action potential that spreads along the sarcolemma and travels through the T-tubules. This leads to the release of calcium ions from the sarcoplasmic reticulum into the sarcoplasm. Calcium ions bind to the protein troponin, causing conformational change that shifts tropomyosin away from the myosin binding sites on the actin filament. This exposure allows the myosin heads to attach to actin, forming cross bridges. Each myosin head contains an ATP binding site and an ATPase enzyme. The hydrolysis of ATP provide energy for the power stroke, during which the myosin head pulls the actin filament toward the center of the sarcomere. As a result, the sarcomere shortens, producing muscle contraction. Following the power stroke, a new ATP molecule binds to the myosin head, causing it to detach from actin. The ATP is then hydrolyzed, re-energize the myosin head for another cycle. This cross-bridge cycle continues as long as ATP and calcium ions are available. Muscle relaxation occurs when the nerve stimulation ceases. Calcium ions are actively pumped back into the sarcoplasmic reticulum, allowing tropomyosin to block the myosin binding sites on the actin once again, thereby terminating contraction. In conclusion, the sliding filament theory provides a detailed explanation of how electrical signals are converted into mechanical force in a skeletal muscle. This mechanism is essential for voluntary movement, posture maintenance, and locomotion. Thank you for your attention.